Merry Unchristmas, a book by Mike Reese and illustrated by David Cottrell. It was Christmas morning and Noelle was opening her presents. She got a new doll, a dollhouse, ice skates, roller skates, a computer, and a bike, and oh yes, a pony. Gee, thanks, yawned Noelle. Noelle put her bike in the garage with all of the other bikes and let her pony play in the backyard with all of the other ponies. For Christmas dinner, Noelle's mother made turkey with chestnut dressing and mashed potatoes and carrots and peas and 5 kinds of pie. Turkey with chestnut dressing and mashed potatoes and carrots and peas and 5 kinds of pie again, her father moaned. Noelle ate exactly 3 peas, and excused herself. Noelle squeezed into her room through all the dolls and the skates and the computers. Another boring day, she said with a sigh, and went to sleep. And when she woke up the next morning, it was Christmas again. Nuts, sighed Noelle. Now, don't think that Noelle is spoiled brat or that her family is crazy. They're all very nice people, I assure you. It's just that they live in Christmas City in the state of Texas. It's one of the only places in the world where it's Christmas 364 days a year. That night, Noelle's father was reading the newspaper. And Noelle saw something on that back page that made her heart dance with joy. And it was an ad that said, only 3 more non-shopping days till un-Christmas. Is it true? Noelle gasped. Check the calendar, her mother said with a smile. It is true. Soon it would be un-Christmas, the one unmagical non-holiday in Christmas City. Everyone loved un-Christmas, but no one as much as Noelle. The family set to work getting ready for un-Christmas. They undecorated the Christmas tree and took the wreath off the front door. When Father took the tree out to the street, Noelle couldn't believe how big and empty the living room looked. It's beautiful, she said. Noelle was up bright and early on un-Christmas morning. She was so excited. She didn't have to unwrap any presents or pose for any pictures. She didn't have to kiss her Uncle Dave with the beard or Aunt Polly with the mustache. But there was one thing she did have to do. She had to go to school. Since schools were closed for Christmas, Noelle's school was open only 1 day a year. Noelle said it was great fun to be in a big room with all of her friends. Christine, Chris, Christy, Holly, Carol, Christopher, Noelle, and Claus. All the kids in Christmas City loved school. Don't you? After school, Noelle went home and turned on the TV. There were no holiday specials, no Christmas parades, no Grinch, and no Scrooge. She got to see all the new shows, cartoons, and soap operas, and Oprah, and something wonderful called Gilligan's Island. Noelle thought nothing could tear her away from the TV, but then she caught the sight of a chubby man with a sack. A man who came to visit only once a year. was the mailman. Since the post office is closed on Christmas, this is the only day that he could bring mail. As the mailman emptied out his sack, Noelle sang her favorite un-Christmas carol. There's nobody merrier than the letter carrier, with the biggest bag you've ever seen, filled with lots of bills for Dad. Cheer up, Father, don't be mad. Postcards, junk mail, and some magazines. Guess what we're having for un-Christmas dinner, said Noelle's mother. Meatloaf, said Noelle's father hopefully. Leftovers, said Noelle, licking her lips. Even better, said her mother. We're having TV dinners. And everyone cheered. After un-Christmas dinner, Noelle and her parents went downtown for the traditional de-lighting of the Christmas tree. The mayor of Christmas City threw a giant switch, and every light on the giant evergreen tree went out. It was so dark that people could see thousands of stars twinkling in the sky. Ooh, said the crowd. Delightful, Noelle's father said every year. It was his dumb joke tradition, too. As her mother tucked her into her bed, Noelle said, I wish it could be un-Christmas every day. Oh, I bet you'd get tired of that after a while, said her mother. I bet I wouldn't, said Noelle, before she drifted off to a most perfect sleep. The end.